On December 18, 2022, millions watched Lionel Messi lift the FIFA World Cup. For many, it looked like the crowning moment of a singular genius. But that image hides the reality of the moment. This victory was the culmination of 36 years of heartbreak and the resolution of a national football culture paralyzed by its own past. The origin of that burden traces back to the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. Diego Maradona delivered a sequence of individual performances that ended with Argentina's second global title. Maradona transcended his status as an athlete to become a national symbol. In doing so, he created a standard that every subsequent Argentine star would be measured against. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, the country produced a steady stream of elite, world-class talent. Yet tournament success completely eluded them. The national dialogue completely shifted. Instead of asking how the team could win, the focus became an endless search for the next Maradona. This obsession prioritized unearthing a singular savior over constructing a functional team. By the mid-2000s, Lionel Messi arrived to fill that void. His rapid rise brought immediate expectations. Many believed that he alone could carry the entire weight of the country. That pressure peaked between 2014 and 2016. Argentina reached 3 consecutive major tournament finals, including the 2014 World Cup, and lost all 3, the latter 2 on penalty shootouts. This diagram shows the era's core structural flaw. The entire offensive system routed through one central mode. Opponents learned if they shut down one man, the attack stalled. This vulnerability met organizational chaos. The federation rapidly cycled through managers, preventing long-term continuity. The breaking point arrived at the 2018 World Cup. An aging, disorganized Argentine squad suffered a chaotic exit against France in the round of 16. Argentina wasn't simply unlucky. They had built a systemic trap, one forcing their best assets to fail under history's weight. Following the 2018 exit, the federation appointed Lionel Scaloni. At the time, he was widely dismissed by the public and media as a temporary, unproven placeholder. Looking at this tactical map, he dismantled the vulnerable hub-and-spoke model and replaced it with a distributed network. Messi remained key, but younger players arrived to protect him. This strict defensive baseline meant they no longer required brilliant attacking moments to survive. Behind the scenes, the internal culture shifted. The tense atmosphere was replaced with a unified dressing room, characterized by humility and intense collective work ethic. Scaloni approached the team as a technical problem, replacing emotional expectations with practical, functional systems. The first true stress test for this new framework came during the 2021 Copa America final. They faced Brazil inside the hostile environment of the famous Maracanã Stadium. Against the odds, Argentina secured a tense 1-0 victory, definitively ending a trophy drop that had spanned 28 years. The immediate aftermath revealed a palpable psychological weight lifting from the squad, giving validation to the veterans who endured the painful losses of the 2010s. Winning the tournament provided the exact internal belief the squad needed. They had proven the new system worked on an international stage, setting the foundation for the ultimate goal. Argentina arrived at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar backed by a 36-match unbeaten streak. They entered the tournament with quiet confidence, avoiding the overwhelming media pressure placed on other heavyweights. Then, in their opening match, Saudi Arabia delivered a staggering 2-1 upset. It was a profound crisis for their carefully built foundation. Past iterations of the national team would have likely spiraled into panic and infighting. Instead, the dressing room remained calm. The players trusted the structure Scaloni had built. They recovered methodically. Scaloni adjusted his formations match by match to neutralize specific opponents, dismantling Mexico, Poland, the Netherlands, and Croatia in succession. The disaster against Saudi Arabia tested the squad's internal stability. By successfully navigating the immediate pressure and refining their approach through the knockout stages, they proved the group was no longer defined by its past fragility. All of this culminated in the final against the defending champions France, led by Kylian Mbappé. Argentina executed perfectly to build a 2-goal lead. Then, in under 2 minutes, Mbappe scored twice, erasing 80 minutes of dominance in an instant. Historically, a sudden, brutal momentum shift on the biggest stage would have triggered a total mental collapse for Argentina. But the system held. The match went to a shootout, and the supporting cast took control. Goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez delivered a series of decisive saves to secure the victory. They finally won the World Cup because they stopped waiting for a single player to emulate a ghost from 1986. They recognized the flaw in their own mythology and instead built a highly synchronized unit where every player understood their role.